What's up, everyone? It's Logan with East Tennessee Eats and Drinks here again with another whiskey review. This time we got King's Family Distillery out of Sevierville, Tennessee, over near Pigeon Forge. Good stuff. This is their single barrel select whiskey. It's an American light whiskey, which is new to me. I've been experimenting with different whiskeys for about 3 years now. And mostly you're going with your bourbons, your Irish whiskeys, your Scotch, your aged whiskeys. They're not up to the bourbon standard that is American imposed. But anyway, this one's different because it's light whiskey. So the deal with this one is American light whiskey is a whiskey that is finished or is aged in either a used barrel, which is not bourbon standard, right? You've got to be new white oak every time, or it's an uncharred barrel. So those are the two qualifications for American light whiskey. So now you know. So we're going to try this one out. It is 145.3 proof, hazmat, tough stuff. But I've heard it doesn't drink that hot, so we're going to find out. It's also aged 15 years, so that's pretty old whiskey. It's been in the barrel for 15 years, so that's not normal either. Normally, most of your stuff you're going to find on the shelf is aged anywhere from 2 to 3, 4 years, and then your more exclusive stuff, your higher price stuff, start going into the 60s, 70s, 80s, $100 range. Going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 years, maybe 9 years old. This one's 15 years old. So let's give it a go. So the most challenging part on this guy is going to be the wax. So I kind of cheated a little bit and cut this one beforehand, but it came off pretty nice, so that's good to go. So let's give her a pop. There's that sound we all love. So here we go. American light whiskey, King's Family Distillery in Sevierville, Tennessee. They're over in Pigeon Forge, so give them a look. There's the whole bottle for you to take a look at. Their official address is Sevierville, but if you just get to Pigeon Forge and you make your way behind Dollywood and all that stuff, you're going to find these fine people. There's a story that I posted on my Social and Dinner Club that explains a little bit more about the process that's going on over there at King's. But anyway, it's members only. So we're gonna give this one a nice little swirl and see what's happening with this guy. So hopefully you guys are getting ready to have a good weekend or had a good weekend depending on when you watch this one, and are just looking for something new to try. So let's take the nose. Wow, it's it's not oaky like you're used to. It's more perfumey almost. So I'm still getting some caramel notes there. Probably just your typical wood. Just refreshing. It's a refreshing smell. Maybe a little bit of fruit there, a little bit of fruity cherry notes, apricot, pears even. Just light and refreshing smells. Maybe a little butterscotch even, so still getting that caramel butterscotchy notes that come from your typical bourbons, right? So let's give it a little bit of the palate now. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I'm going to take a few sips before I'm going to get comfortable enough with my palate to make an assessment. So cheers. Because if you don't, this stuff's going to hit you in the face. You're just going to think about ethanol. Just tiny little sips. That's all we're after here. Very light. 2 more. Okay, so this one's for the review. So here we go. Cheers. All right, this is a flavor explosion of butternut or butterscotch, oily, buttered flavor, buttered popcorn, just super buttery. Tastes like roasted, something roasted on the stove in a cast iron skillet. Just buttery goodness. I'm almost gotta do it again. There's so much butter here. It's just butterscotch, Werther's original, caramel, little bit of chocolate, but mostly just big caramel butterscotch. Just like you turn that topping stuff that goes on ice cream, the butterscotch topping, just turning it up and squeezing it. Get some honey notes, that thick mouthfeel of honey that you get with all of your mouth, roof of your mouth, tongue, just coated. Wow. And the finish is not, it does not finish like 145.3 proof. It is smooth, which is just bizarre. One more bite. Got a look that time on the back of the palate. Finally got a little bit of oak, getting that little bit of wood, little wood now. Man, that's impressive. Now I see why a lot of people are saying this American Light whiskey is their new favorite. It's really solid. I would highly recommend you go get a bottle if you can get your hands on it. Now, this one was a single barrel. It's batch 28. This is bottle number 11 out of 140. So they were only able to yield out of a 55-gallon barrel 140 bottles at 750 milliliters. The rest of it evaporated. So go to buy it and the price is a little more than you're used to. That's why. It's sat in a warehouse for 15 years. They only got 140 bottles out of it. So you do the math. They had to distill it, age it, store it, pay taxes on it, and so on, and then buy this barrel because this is sourced. They haven't been around in 4 years at King's Family, so they're sourcing. Again, more of that story in my Social Dinner Club post, but I digress. They're getting this from Indiana. It's MGP, 15 years old. Somebody's going to pay for this. They're going to pay the taxes on it, and that's got to be passed on as part of the cost of goods. So we really got to think about that when you're like, I don't want to pay this. It's a one-time thing. You're never going to see this ever again. It's the only bottles, only 140 bottles in the world that came from that barrel. They're not mixed. They're not blended. Single barrel expression. Really solid drink here. So if you're over in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, anywhere East Tennessee, it's only an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. Get over there to King's Family Distilling. Go see Carol, go see Justin, and get some of this juice. This is good stuff. King's Family Distillery, you did an outstanding job picking this one. So cheers to you guys and everybody else. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.